48 Fastcast.
Good Monday afternoon, everyone. I'm Liz Hurley with this 48 Fastcast, our digital version of your top headlines and a short, fast newscast. Let's start in Decatur today, where just minutes ago, a new police chief was sworn in. Here is the moment Torry Mack officially became chief of the Decatur Police Department. He succeeds Natus Carlisle, who took over as interim chief in February. We'll have a full breakdown of today's ceremony in Decatur beginning at 4 o'clock today, so be sure to tune in for all the details. Authorities identify the man found dead on the Whitesburg Bridge Friday, as well as the man behind bars charged with killing him. Huntsville police identified the victim as David Merritt of Arab. Investigators believe Merritt was shot and killed after getting into an argument with Daniel Ray Shelton. Police believe that Shelton was trying to throw Merritt's body into the Tennessee River. Shelton was found in Cullman County. He's now in jail in Huntsville, charged with murder and abuse of a corpse. Staying in Cullman County, deputies are investigating a deadly stabbing from this weekend. The Cullman County coroner identified the victim as 27-year-old Matthew Hall of Hanceville. Authorities say this occurred last night about 5 o'clock in the Colony community. He died from his injuries at an area hospital. One person was detained, and there are no active threats to the public.
It's certainly nice to have another dry day that makes 3 days in a row. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's been a little hazy at times because of the smoke from the wildfires drifting south from Canada. But today, a little bit less haze and a little more sunshine. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. In the Shoals right now, temperatures are in the 80s. And you can see some shadows, which tells me it's pretty bright out there. And the temperatures for most locations right now are in the mid 80s, including in Athens and Decatur and Meridianville. The one thing you probably noticed today that wasn't around for the weekend, it's a little bit more humid. And now continue to be the trend for the rest of the week as we go into today, tomorrow, and eventually Wednesday as well. Mostly clear and muggy tonight. We'll go mid 60s for your overnight lows. And then for the day tomorrow, a little more humid, lots of sunshine, less haze, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. And it stays warm or hot, however you want to define it, for much of the week before we track some rainfall as we close out the week on Friday. I'll time that out for you, and also how it's going to impact the weekend plans for you, all coming right up.
Thank you, Jess. Still to come, a Huntsville tradition set to return in a few weeks with a new twist. Find out what that is after this quick break. Make Music Day is set to return later this month to Huntsville Hospital, presented in a new format. Instead of just one day, the hospital plans to host musicians all week long, starting June 16th through June 21st. As part of the event's 5-year anniversary, Huntsville Hospital's team of music therapists is organizing the event. Jordan Bashirs is one of those music therapists and says music brings joy to patients and their family members going through a tough time.
I think that joy of music, getting to bring it live, getting to bring it into a hospital, which can be very scary for a lot of people. It can be very upsetting that your loved one is here or that you have to be here. To be able to bring that community, that joy, that just emotion that music brings is so special.
Patients will also get the chance to make music themselves with the help of an instrument making kit. Make Music Day set for Saturday, June 21st. And the fun actually goes beyond Huntsville Hospital, with several artists performing around the Rocket City. And Tom Llamas will take the reins tonight of NBC Nightly News at 5:30. Lester Holt is moving on to produce more long format reports on Dateline, and Tom Llamas takes over as the new anchor and managing editor for this broadcast. Llamas is a seasoned correspondent and news anchor and son of Cuban immigrants who shares South Florida roots with 48's Margot Gray and me. We sat down with him recently to learn who he is, what he brings to all this important role, and what he's going to focus on. And of course, his continued goal to inform, empower, and enlighten viewers.
People can't find doctors, they can't get doctor's appointments, their kid gets sick, they're not covered, you buy a house, your insurance company drops you. I think this is affecting Americans in every state, so I want to take a real hard look at that. So we're going to launch an investigative series into that. There's good news tonight. These are some crazy times. We know it's tough out there, and we do want to leave viewers with a positive note. So I want to invest a little bit more in that. I also want to bring stories, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or you're an independent. Maybe you don't agree on politics, but there's stuff about our country that we all love.
You can catch Tom Llamas on NBC Nightly News beginning at 5:30 tonight, immediately following our 5 p.m. broadcast.
Now, your 48 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist Jeff Denoyer.
So nice to have a weekend where we didn't have to track showers, storms, severe weather, and it turned out to be pretty nice for Saturday and Sunday. And then we take it right into Monday, too, where the temperatures right now are in the mid-80s, a little humid out there, but a good deal of sunshine, a little less haze than we had over the weekend. But the dew points continue to creep up. They were mainly in the 50s over the weekend. That's not the air you can wear. That's a comfortable air mass. But now we're starting to get into the icky stickies when the dew points get up into the low to mid-60s. And I do think these dew points will stay in the 60s for much of the week. Therefore, a very summer-like feel for today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into the end of the week on Thursday and Friday. So hour by hour forecast. There were a few forecast models that were hinting at a little stray shower this afternoon, but that hasn't played out. And therefore it's dry and it will be clear through the overnight. Your temperatures fall back in the 60s. You'll wake up close to 70 by 7 a.m. on Tuesday. And we'll keep sunshine around for Tuesday as well. A little humid, a little bit of a breeze coming out of the south at 11 miles per hour. But all in all, really nice day. We have a chance to maybe hit 90 in the afternoon. I think we'll fall short. We'll be like 87 or 88, and that will hold true for Wednesday too. You wake up, you have this huge head start to get to 90. We're already around 70, but with the humidity increasing, there's a slight chance of a shower in the afternoon. That could, one, take the temperatures back a bit during the afternoon as one of these little pop-up showers hits you, and two, with the humidity increasing, it will make it a little bit harder to hit 90 degrees, but we do have an outside chance to have our first 90-degree day of the year this week. We'll keep an eye on it, of course. We'll also keep an eye on those showers on Wednesday. It's afternoon, mainly south of the river, and it's very isolated activity. Same will hold true on Thursday as well. Not much coverage, but a little spot shower or two. Temperatures in the upper 80s. Your more widespread rain opportunity will not come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but it will wait till Friday. And the unfortunate news about this forecast is that once it arrives on Friday, it's here to stay for the weekend. Looks like it will have a big impact on the Tennessee Valley for Saturday and Sunday. Storms that could be strong, producing heavy rainfall. And of course, Hydrofest will be in Guntersville this weekend.
That is true. Thank you, Jeff. That'll do it for your Fast Cast. We'll be back here online in just a few minutes with Before the 4. And of course, don't forget to join us for our 4 o'clock newscast on TV and breaking news at 5, 6, and 10. We've got you covered. I'm Liz Hurley. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.